Has your handicap come down yet?
Yes, it has.
That's it? Let's do it.
Let's do it now.
Got it.
So close.
Oh, this could be very good. Play 3, 4, 5 comps a year, that's it. Mark plays like 50. Hi everyone, James Robinson here. Guys, first things first, I'd like to warmly welcome mid-handicap Mark back to the channel. Mark, how are we?
I'm very good, thank you. Hello everybody.
So today we're going to talk to Mark about his handicap, because one of the most commented comments, I suppose you could say, when we play golf is, what's Mark's handicap? Yeah. Is he really a mid-handicap? He swings it far too good to be a mid-handicap, and why hasn't his handicap come down? Well, we can safely say
it has.
It has.
But not quite as far as I would have liked it to, yet.
We'll lead you into that. Should we play a match as well? Might as well play a match,
yes,
don't we?
Yeah.
Do you want to go first?
I'm happy to go first, yeah.
Let's do it. So we're going to do another video today as well, Mark. A bit of a long-term review of your fitted Ping golf club. So if people do want to see that, then make sure they subscribe and everything else.
Interesting to see how that's how they've gone. Yeah,
absolutely, and we'll probably ask some close to the bone questions, I dare say.
Right, I'm assuming you want to play off the whites.
You know what, Mark, looking at these, there's not that much difference. I love how they're all in line. That's a nice little effect. I've never seen that before.
They are at the moment, aren't they? Yes.
Oh, how good is that? That's one of the best opening tee shots I've seen you hit in a long time, Mark. In fact, we were up here the other day for a professional tour, and a lot of them would have paid money for that, wouldn't they?
They would have done, yes.
They would have done.
Absolutely.
Right, well, on the back of that, and on the back of Mark having a shot here, I better hit driver as well, Mark, I think.
Yeah, I think you're going to have to. The only improvement James is going to be able to make here is actually the line that he plays it on.
Oh, yours kick left?
Yeah. Which he hasn't played on the right line, but it might be big enough.
Oh, how's that kick right?
The kick right?
Yeah.
And he kicked right.
100 balls down there, and I've never seen one kick right, but I'll take it.
That was almost a lost ball.
It was. I've hit 100, I've lost 95, I think. So Mark, we'll get pretty much straight to the point. What is your handicap now? Oh, sorry, no. We'll go around it a little bit. What was your handicap when we first started filming?
This year?
Yeah, go with, yeah.
This year I was 13.4 at the beginning of the year.
So very nearly 14.
Very nearly 14, yes.
And I sense you might have got a little bit upset if it went up, if you got to 14.
Absolutely, yes.
It's a stressful time when your handicap's teetering on that that 0.4, isn't it?
Yeah,
and then
it is.
So now what are you?
I'm 12.2.
12.2, so a successful year.
Yes.
Especially with what's gone on, and I mean 2020.
Well, yeah, exactly. Yes,
has not been a great year for most.
I've come down.
And what would you put that down to? What would you put that handicap drop down to?
Working on my swing.
Okay.
Working on the swing and body hip stability.
Yeah.
That's been the key thing for me.
I must say I'm very impressed that you can narrow it down to such a precise point. I know you've been having a lot of lessons with Alex, I know you've been working hard on it, yeah. So that kind of shows to me how much you understand what you're trying to do.
Yes.
Which when a lot of people go for lessons, especially mid-handicap golfers, a lot of people say they understand it, but I think the understanding a lot of the time isn't in as much depth as maybe you would want. And I mean, looking at Mark's swing now, I will find a swing and put it on screen from last year. Looks totally different.
Yeah.
That swing on the first tee was phenomenal, and to me that's why you're doing so well. We'll save some chat for later on, because that's actually now two pretty decent tee shots. Right, Mark, two pretty similar drives, and mine's further left than yours.
Yes, at least I've got a flat stance.
You have got a flat stance. I absolutely despise that shot there into that green. Anyway, so what have we got here? We must have
198.
198. That's got 5 iron written all over it. Maybe 4.
Well, it would probably have been a 4, but I'm going to.
I must say it's carry only today as well, so you've had to borrow my bag, haven't you? Which You're losing
I've
one.
not put the 5-iron or the 4-iron in my bag.
Well, that's quite despicable, really. Is that to save a bit of weight?
Well, it was, yes. I mean,
usually you'd put odds or evens in. You wouldn't just leave like the whole top end of the bag out.
I know. It was hurried though, as you know.
It was hurried.
As the course was closed and then suddenly open.
That's why your handicap hasn't come down immensely. Lack of preparation. It's a great strike. It's a little bit right, but it's coming back. I think you'll find it. I think it'll be alright. Alignment, or just leave it out there? Good strike. Excellent strike. Right, I'm not sure how the camera's managed to stay there. I'm not sure how long it'll stay there, but I'll go off Mark's yardage and I'll hit a 5-iron, I think. I'll hit 6-iron actually, off this lie. I'm amazed that camera stayed there, are you?
Right, very clever.
Go on then.
That's a nice little draw.
Go!
Oh,
I should have hit 5, Mark.
right enough.
Really enjoyed the shot.
That was a lovely shot, yeah. Lovely shot.
So, while we walk up to find these golf balls, Mark, a lot of people say when they watch the videos, how is Mark not single figures? How is Mark not a low handicap golfer? It's all a big charade, you've all put it on. Mark's not in fact a mid-handicap golfer. And we both know that's a load of nonsense. And what would you put down to not yet being a low handicap golfer? Because there's no way we're going to say that you're never going to get there, because the work you're putting in is almost second to none and a lot.
I do a lot of work on.
And obviously the reason you do that is to get that handicap down.
Yeah.
Why would you say you're not there yet?
Well, to a large extent, well, the real reason that I'm not there is shots like that second one.
Yeah.
There. I needed to hit quite a big shot. Perhaps I should have considered, being a 12 handicapper,
Yeah.
I should have just laid up.
From 200, yeah, because then...
I should have played a laid up shot, chip on, and hope for a single putt and walk off with a par, maybe a bogey. But I know I can hit it that far, so I take it on.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, when we're in the studio and we're testing irons and hybrids and stuff, a 200 shot is... You don't think twice about it, so then why would you think twice about it on the golf course? But then course management is a totally different scenario to hitting balls in a studio.
Then we come down to that comes down to the line that I'm picking to play on.
Yeah.
And my consistency.
Or the club you're hitting.
And the club I'm hitting. So it's that decision making that's
I think the reason we're having this chat on camera is so that you guys can maybe learn with and from Mark as well. Shall we have a look? Spied it. Yep. There. Actually not too bad. We've been
worse. Could have been
rummaging around all over the place.
Yeah.
Anyway, so recovery shots, is that something you practice a lot? Do you practice shots that maybe you wouldn't per se have or expect to play? Saying that, we all expect to play a few of these, don't we?
Yes, I do. I do practice these sort of things. Mainly because obviously it's not. I've only recently not been a high handicap player.
Yeah, which a lot of people won't know.
And so playing these sort of shots is part of your normal round of golf.
Right, Mark, remember you've got a shot here, so up and down probably gets you the match. Saying that.
I've got briars growing out the ground here, I've got a tree just behind me, I've got overhanging trees, and I've got to carry it through. So
apart from that,
shot choice.
Easy. This is what they're tuned in to see. Just giving the people what they want, Mark, aren't we?
Trying to, yeah.
It's out, is it? Just?
It's out, yeah, but I'm all of a sudden definitely one shot down on this hole.
So now is where we have to make up for it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so unlucky. So unlucky. Just wet, Mark, isn't it? Remember the course was closed earlier.
Wet, yeah.
And that's a big lesson for, I think, a lot of people watching as well. If you are a mid-handicapper, if you're a high handicapper, if you're a golfer, basically, don't compound a mistake with a mistake. That's all Mark did wrong there. It's okay to hit bad shots. It's not okay to hit 2 bad shots in a row, 3 bad shots in a row. I think you'll agree with that, won't you?
Absolutely.
Right. You had 4 net 3, Mark?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wet green, but it doesn't seem to be holding the ball up at all.
No, probably skidded if anything, didn't it? That's a 5, Mark. I but feel like I might have been let off here. Hard lines. And I can't help but feel like there, Mark, that's almost quite ties in well with the video in that how many times have you started a medal or a Stableford round like that? Decent drive, well struck second shot, just a bit right.
Exactly.
And then just frustration.
From that point onwards that it goes down, it deteriorates sort of thing. Yeah, too many shots that were attempting to recover the position I'd left myself in.
I must admit, I didn't think I'd be winning that with a 5.
No.
No, anyway, 1 up. That's rubbish. Oh, see that land as well?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. So that was well left.
well left.
Well left. But it wasn't blocked out by the trees because it bounced up
I'm
and
not sure it's lying amazingly well.
It might not be, no.
That's another wonderful drive, and we're not going to talk clubs too much because we're going to do another video on those, but excellent, very nice. Have you got a shot here as well?
I have.
Oh, wonderful. Wonderful. While we're prying into kind of your handicap and your golf game and pretty much everything about your life really, I'm going to ask you, how many comps would you say you play a year and how many have you played this year?
Well, at Huddersfield here we have a comp every Saturday.
Yeah.
And
this is actually quite a I'm going to get a nice point out of this. This isn't like a...
we play comps every Saturday and I enter every single one of those.
And you see, this is something which I know a lot of golfers don't do. Some golfers will play 3, 4, 5 comps a year, that's it. Mark plays like 50.
Oh yeah, easily.
Near enough.
Because we have comps on Wednesdays as well.
Exactly. Probably.
And I often enter those.
So out of maybe 30 or 40 qualifiers, your handicap is your handicap. It is where it is. It's it shouldn't be less, it shouldn't be more. And that's something which, you know, when people comment and they say, oh, Mark shouldn't be that handicap because he swings it whatever. I'm sorry, but numbers don't lie, do they?
No, they don't. They don't.
You're looking too far, Mark. It's here. That's a terrible drive. You're about 30 yards past me up there.
Yeah.
About 160, tree in the way, terrible wet lie. That was the lie, honestly, I swear. I really tried to hit that one hard. Should we maybe do a video on what my handicap should be as well after that one? Wasn't very good.
But that one's sitting much nicer now.
This one is sat nicer. So just a nice 8 iron. Too much club on that last one. Better if we're on. Yeah, we're on.
It's on.
We're on. Betting man gets you back in the game here, Mark. I'm not a betting man, but what have you got?
125.
Uphill into the wind, little 9. Is it 9?
I would ordinarily take a 9, but knowing where you are, I'm going to take trying to hit an easy 8.
Yeah,
instead.
that's good match play technique. That tactics.
Then you go and hit the ground.
That was heavy. So we're definitely not covering ourselves in glory in this video. I feel like the video is more about the chat than the golf. Maybe, kinda, sort of. That sounded good. Yeah, shot Mark. Lovely shot, and I'm just on the right hand side here for 3. And you see the chat about how many competitions you play, for me, a lot of people don't think that's important, but I think it is the most important factor if you're building a handicap, if it's going up, if it's going down. Because so many, that ball's already lined up, I think, for me there. So many people just don't play comps, Mark, do they? And then like the handicap just isn't right. And then you turn up at a golf day and you either win by 20, or some people prefer it low and you can't compete.
Yeah.
Come on. It's for par. Hold your line.
Nice place.
Is it anywhere near your circle, Mark? Or?
Yeah.
Excellent. Nice bogey start, that's what we like to see. Does he hit it? Mark. I think that's just outside what I can practically give you.
It is.
Do you reckon they can tell we've rushed out after the course being announced open after a couple of coffees? We had planned for a day in the studio, hadn't we? And then we got this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come on, Mark. This keeps the scorecard going for your handicap. Well done. Great putt.
Yep.
Back to level.
Back to level.
Right, all comes down to the last hole, Mark. Do you have, out of interest, a plan for this winter and a goal for how to start next season?
Yes. At this moment in time, I think my swing is much more consistent with my driver and 3-wood than it is with my irons.
Yep.
And that's all down to, you know, the way I set up and the length of the shaft.
Yep.
Yeah, obviously, I suppose.
Also, if people are wondering where we're actually going, we're just walking over to a different hole because we're going to get ahead of the field.
So I'm looking to move that build the my iron stability.
So looking to turn weaknesses more towards your strengths, pretty much.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Which is what I'd say to anyone watching this at home or wherever you watch at work, or if you can turn your weaknesses, not necessarily into strengths, because that's a big overhaul, but kind of iron out the weaknesses.
Yes.
And make them a bit better. And that's when your handicap drops, when your scores drop, and hopefully when you enjoy your golf more. I'm not saying you do enjoy your golf more when you're lower, because I think it probably just gets more frustrating.
No, that's right.
But,
that's right.
Shot here as well, Mark. Wonderful. Driver again. Shall I go and just put it about 260 in the middle of the fairway for you? Your honour.
Yeah. Well, ordinarily I'd actually take a 3-wood off here.
Oh, okay.
But we are cold.
Yeah, winter.
And we are slightly into it.
Officially winter golf.
So I'll.
And that's left.
That's left.
Well, if you're watching this video, all that's left to really say is do as we say and not as we do, Mark.
Yes.
But they're the days.
Big thing that I was at some junior coaching last night.
Oh yeah? What are they teaching you?
As one of the administrators. And the key thing that came from that, talking to the young lads, was practice what you want to play.
Yeah.
Don't just go and hit balls. Go and practice exactly how you play. So if you take a couple of practice swings before you play a shot on the course, then do that on the range.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
Set yourself up as though you're taking a tee shot if you're using a driver or so on. You know, practice properly, not just hitting balls. Yeah,
get it. Now, one of the big things I've noticed about Mark and Mark's game is, first of all, that camera's way too bright. There we go. There is. You don't get as frustrated now. You don't.
No.
Almost like, I'm not going to say it doesn't mean as much, because I'm sure it does, but I don't know if I've rubbed off on you a bit, because I just don't get frustrated anymore. Some days I go out and shoot, we play 3 holes and I do 3 birdies and it's great. Other days I'll go out, like today, 3 bogeys, and my mood isn't affected, and I think that's a massive thing as well.
It is.
If you let it affect your mood, you're losing.
Definitely, absolutely. And for me, a lot of that is actually down to I understand more about why the poor shots are happening.
Yeah.
Whereas previously I didn't understand as much.
Just confusion.
And I didn't know why they're happening, and just getting angry that I thought I hit it exactly the same as the previous shot, but obviously I didn't.
Yeah.
So I know much more, and therefore it happened.
Yeah.
So I can't do anything about it now.
Is what it is, isn't it?
Yeah. But I know what I need to stop doing.
Right, well, at least this shows that you're human with the driver. Because those other two were, where is it? Have we lost it again? Ah, here. I'm not gonna lie, it's not the most ideal of lines.
Kind of got away with it, it hit the trees and obviously fell down rather than going too deep. But there's no way to the green.
No.
So these shots are quite good, in that you don't have to think, can I go for the green?
Tell you what, Mark, I bet you 20 quid you can't hit that pole. Hit the pole and we'll call it the game. Because that's effectively where you want to go, isn't it?
And 20 quid.
Alright, yeah. I thought the game might mean more to you than 20 quid, but obviously not.
Well, no, it does. It does. I was just making sure the 20 quid was still included.
Oh, but you see, that's also good practice. I mean, it's a great shot, you're out and you're in play.
Yeah.
But I don't know if the grass closed the face or if you maybe tweaked it a little bit, but...
I think there's a little bit of both there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've never looked more a mid-handicap golfer, Mark, than walking over to your ball with bag in hand like that. Exactly. Still your go, my friend. Got to be about 150 this.
Do you know why that is?
Why?
It's not my bag.
Yeah.
It doesn't fit properly.
It's meant for someone about 5'9", isn't it? Oh, how good is this golf shot? Best swing of the day. It could. Yeah, that's a great shot. Could be a match clincher, that one. And that's what keeps you coming back, and that's what keeps you thinking the handicap can drop, isn't it?
Exactly. Exactly.
Right. No, left. Alright. Sorry, I'd turned the camera off for the search, but Mark spied it straight away. It's another one left, guys. Is this a good time to plug the jumpers, Mark? Or?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, this could be very good. Go. Go. Is that close?
And this is the round of golf, isn't it? It's wet. Everything's wet. So what does he do? He hits it, what, 130 yards, rolling all the way, and it's rolled all the way on the wet surface.
So the key with that one, Mark, is hit it out the toe, missed the grooves completely, no spin, and then, yeah, just a bit lucky really, but... Well, that was two very different attempts again, two very similar
totally different
results.
Obviously.
Mine never left shin high, and yours...
went nicely up in the air.
Yours was a golf shot, wasn't it? Mine was like a hockey shot.
Yes, yeah, definitely.
Basically. As we stand, I'm 2, you're 3 net 2.
In actual fact, I landed and swung back.
Oh, Mark.
Isn't that just typical? You always get the backspin when you don't hit it past the pin.
Yeah, you do.
And you never get the backspin when you do hit it past the pin. Right, so just before I hit this shot, for those of you that have been noticing things, you notice that James has put a T-peg in the ground facing this way. So, of course, if I just hit this slightly offline, I hit that T-peg and actually come back.
Well,
so ordinarily I'd say, move it. But I'm not going to. I've just explained myself before I play the shot.
Terrible camera work, but great putt. Lovely putt. Oh, is that a mark? I thought that was good. Is it a bit further than what it looked?
Well, I'm waiting for you to say it's okay.
Tell you what, I didn't even look at your line then. Hit it and you've got it. Ah! Is it a Ryder Cup concession finish or?
Well, this is what, 5 for you, 4 for you.
4 for me, yeah, yours will be a 5-4, won't it?
5-4, but you're going uphill and I've got to come downhill on a very tricky green.
Pick it up, Mark, I'm not going to make you put that. Well done.
Not going to make any difference.
So guys, there you have it. What is Mark's handicap? Why has it come down? Why has it not come down more? Why has it not gone up? I feel like we've answered most things there.
Yeah, yeah.
Fair?
The key for me is, I've come down from where I was at the start of the year, and the reason I've not come down a lot further at the moment is purely
like you've seen today,
just making a couple of silly little shots, putting me in a really difficult situation that I'm not necessarily picking the right shots. Which is just golf,
isn't it?
Yeah,
really.
Right shot to play from.
So apart from that, guys, thank you so much for watching. Really hope you have enjoyed that. Make sure you stay tuned for a long-term review of Mark's fitted golf clubs, which we're gonna do now. Apart from that, I'll see you tomorrow.
See ya.
Bye.